So, a new gimbal just came out from Hohem. This is the iSteady Pro 4. And yes, it is an action camera gimbal. Why do you need a gimbal for a GoPro or an action camera that has, you know, hyper smooth and rock steady and whatever? If you're shooting something that has some motion to it, indoors or a cloudy day, low light, nighttime. So in those conditions, hyper smooth doesn't really work and it makes your footage a lot more grainy. So it'd be nice to turn off hyper smooth and still have that stabilization. So if it's a beautiful sunny day, this is probably not when you want to use it. Although there is a point that if you turn off the stabilization, you'll save a lot more battery, you don't risk overheating, and of course you can get a lot more creative and cinematic with your shots. And also gimbals have been getting remarkably less expensive over the years, so it's almost like, well, I mean, might as well just buy it, I don't know. Inside the box you actually get a really nice carrying case, the iSteady Pro 4 gimbal itself, and these little cables that can connect from the gimbal to your action camera to help extend the battery life, and it can be charging while you're using it. A little tripod that you can put at the bottom for easy setup. The body design is really nice and it's lightweight. It feels quality made as well. It has an attachment on the side for mounting a phone or a light. And it's got the typical trigger and control buttons. The joystick is really smooth and really easy to control. And on the top you have a Bluetooth pairing button to connect to your action camera. It has a 14-hour battery life and also can be doubled as a power bank with this USB port. So before we get to some test footage, let me just tell you some of my favorite features about this. So with a lot of gimbals, you have to screw in the screw threads and balance it out. This one, you put your GoPro in there, you have this little bracket and you pull it out, pull it up, and boom, it's on. That is the fastest I've seen. Look at that. That is just so easy to do. It has a 3-axis brushless motor system and custom algorithm to fight against any shaking, and it's also very silent, like you hear no motor noise. I'm gonna break the fourth wall right now, so my microphone's up here. Check, you can see it, like can you hear that? Yeah, it's silent. It also has an IPX4 water splash proof rating. So it's splash proof, and obviously the GoPro is waterproof. So yeah, take it out in the water and we don't have to be afraid of it. Right, Whisk? Right, buddy? Come on. You can also get that inception shot with the 600-degree rotation. And also you can capture motion time lapses with it. And what's really cool is in the app, you can set different waypoints. So if you want it to start over here on this angle, you can set it to be this angle down here or all the way around or whatever you want it to do. You can actually set those waypoints and have it do that through the time lapse. And you can set the time lapse for any duration from 30 seconds to 6 hours. That way you can almost like track the sun or track the moon across the sky or something like that. It's a really cool idea. But speaking of the app is fantastic and you can just do a lot more controls with it just by moving your finger around. So you can control this thing remotely if you want, and it's super easy and very responsive. So let's just start with walking with it handheld on a low shot. And this almost looks like I sped it up, and I didn't. This is exactly how I was holding it. And I thought I was holding it steady. But check it out when you compare it to the gimbal without hypersmooth. Also have the gimbal and hypersmooth on at the same time. If there is enough light coming in, they will work together and do a fantastic job. So there we go, that is the iSteady Pro 4. Now, would I recommend this? Well, I mean, I guess it really depends on what your needs are for your GoPro. If you're walking around inside of a building and it's low light and you want to keep the quality up without losing the stabilization, you're going to want a gimbal. If you're trying to get some more cinematic shots with your GoPro, you're going to want a gimbal. And also, if you want to get some awesome time-lapse shots with waypoint connections, like that is a huge thing. And to buy a product that just does that would cost you almost as much as this whole thing, if not more.